I started working on harmonicas semi-professionally in 1990. I was trained as a machinist doing metalworking, and one of the novelties that I had going was creating brass cover plates and brass combs. And I had the ability through an engraving machine to create some fairly intricate design work on the cover plates. The local newspaper in Joliet, Illinois, ran a story on me in the summer of 1992. It was followed up within a week by the Associated Press running a story on me that went globally to many areas of the world where there was English-speaking people. And within a week after that, I was featured as being someone you should know in the Chicagoland area on the television station. And apparently, in the diatonic harmonica world, no one had become known as a, I guess I can use the word guru of the diatonic harmonica. Nobody had established themselves as taking the instrument seriously and treating it as though it was a legitimate musical instrument. And so when people started to find out about the passion and interest that I had on attempting to make the diatonic harmonica better, I got lots of intrigue, lots of people that were curious about it, and it was the beginning of me establishing relationships with many of the world's very best diatonic harmonica players, which, even to this day includes Howard Levy and Kim Wilson and Jerry Portnoy and John Hammond and Jelly Roll Johnson and Mickey Raphael and Rick Estrin and on and on. The music that I personally am in love with, I like to think of as being predominantly low-tech music. It doesn't necessarily require a high-performance harmonica. The harmonicas that I play personally have very little or no customizing done to them. I'd like to think that one of the things that I did was I removed the idea that a player might have to buy 10 harmonicas and pick out 5 or 2 or 1 that really worked for them. And if they bought 10 harmonicas from me, they would all play nearly identically in terms of their response, in the terms of their tuning. I know many players that have had a very successful career playing nothing but the standard 1896 Marine Band and never taking apart or never doing any work on it. That's a powerful statement. But if your interest is to play very complicated world music that requires a chromatic scale and requires notes that are not on the piano, then it may be very wise for you as a player to be able to do more work and more adjusting on your harmonica, unless you have a trust fund and can pay a customizer a lot of money to do that for you. So I've always been for players learning to do basic tuning and adjusting to their instrument. If I'm an instructor and spending time trying to teach somebody how to play the harmonica, to me, the majority of their time should be actually playing and making music on the thing. It's sort of like taking classes in cooking. The goal, if you take cooking classes, is to make food that tastes good so that you can eat it. You don't take cooking classes so you can spend your time conditioning your pots and sharpening your knives and working on all your stuff. That's not why you take cooking classes. Same thing for me personally when it comes to talking about an instrument. some of my personal requirements when it comes to the tuning and playability of the harmonica has more to do with the tuning of it. I've got a very specific way that I like the chords to be tuned. I love having the pure chord sound, and I'm very finicky about the octaves being in tune on the harmonica, the octaves in the intervals. If that's not right, then I get grumpy.